Hello once again, guys.
Hello.
Back again. So this time we'll just have a discussion. It won't be a talk. And I would like you to all contribute, ask questions, um, and make suggestions, and come up and say something as well. So my name is Mku. I've been working with mental health for the past 20 years, working with children, adults, and elderly people. My passion is talking to people about mastering their thoughts for wellness and for success, and just getting people to understand how their minds work, or how our minds work. I'm an author as well. I've got 2 books on Amazon. One of it resonates with a lot of us that moved from Africa. It's called One Way Ticket to the UK. The other one is Mental Escape. I also dabble with production. I make biltong, dried beef, dried mangoes, dried fruits. But my passion is talking with people. I like to understand how my mind works and how I can help people understand how their minds work. So our last discussion was on two sets of our minds. Can anyone tell me the difference between the brain and the mind?
The brain is like the physical
Yes.
muscle,
Yes.
and the mind is like it's more like it's not physical thing.
Brilliant. Yes. Yes. The brain is the physical, the murky stuff with the fluid, squishy thing in here. The mind is the invisible part with our feelings, beliefs, thoughts, and I always imagine the mind is just everywhere, but the mind is just us. Okay. So in our minds, so I'm just trying to go a bit further from the last talk we had, so we can go a bit deeper. It won't be a biology lesson, no, but it's just to understand a bit how our minds work. We've got the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. Most of the things that happen to us, in fact, they say about 95% happens through the subconscious mind. We don't think about it. We breathe, we walk, we regenerate our cells, we fight diseases. We don't think about those things. Those things just happen without any thinking. But then there's that part that thinks, the conscious mind. And so when there's no connection, or when the communication between the two is not very good, we find ourselves struggling. Now you can imagine if the subconscious mind, which is responsible for 95% of what we do, it's got the wealth of knowledge, it's got all the memories. It's there from birth. It knows all the events that you've been through, situations that you have to avoid, situations that are good for you. It's got all your habits, it's got your beliefs. So it's got storage of, just to give an example, it's got terabytes and terabytes of storage of memory of good things. But the conscious mind is 5 megabytes. That's the comparison that I'm just making up, but just for you, for illustration. So if we are not tapping into the subconscious mind, we are actually losing out on a wealth of knowledge, things that could guide us in life, things that could guide us in our success. So now the question is, how do we know? How do we tap into the subconscious mind? Anyone? Does anyone have a suggestion, or anyone know how we can tap into our subconscious mind? Routine. Okay, routine. Anyone else? Meditation. Brilliant. Trauma, suppose.
Your nervous system,
Yeah, you could, I suppose. Okay, let's just to try and put it simply. Our thoughts. can help us tap into our subconscious mind. So that's why people will talk about mastering our thoughts. Okay. Whatever, my brother here said something very, very interesting. He said, I know the future because,
Create,
yes. How do you create your future?
bring into existence through action.
Through your thoughts.
Force
Yes.
action.
We are what we think. We become what we think. So if we don't master our thoughts or control our thoughts, we can create what we become. What you are right now and what I am right now is all because of the thoughts that I've had since for years from now. That's what's made me and that's what made you. Things don't just happen to us. We make ourselves. We make the future. So how do we master our thoughts? How do we control our thoughts? Or how do we monitor our thoughts? It's very difficult, isn't it? How many thoughts do we have per day? Anyone? Any idea?
I lost count.
Or how many thoughts in a minute? Any idea?
100.
They say we have about 60,000 thoughts per day. So how do we monitor 60,000 thoughts? If Mkuu is telling us we have to monitor our thoughts, how do we monitor 60,000 thoughts? You'll be just going like this? Yeah, trying to think, okay, that's a bad thought, that's a good thought, we can't monitor 60,000 thoughts, but our bodies are brilliant, okay? We've got a mechanism of understanding our thoughts. Any idea what that could be? Our feelings, okay? You know when you're feeling sad that you're having bad thoughts or you're having sad thoughts. When you're happy, you're having happy thoughts, isn't it? When you're at a party and it's all good, you're dancing, you can't be having sad thoughts and be happy. It has to correspond. So the only way we can monitor our thoughts is through our feelings, and it's easy to check our feelings, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wake up in the morning, how am I feeling? I feel a bit sad. What am I thinking? I change those thoughts, okay? Or I try and change those thoughts, okay? I'm happy, I want to maintain this happy mood. So I'm going to continue with happy thoughts. And then I meet my friend or my partner here. I walk in the house and she starts negative thoughts. She starts bombarding me. I know exactly that I'm going to start having bad feelings. So what do? I avoid her. Because I don't want those negative thoughts. Because they'll make me feel bad, okay? So I avoid it. Or we change the subject, isn't it? We change the subject, carry on with happy thoughts. So that's one way of monitoring our thoughts. We can't monitor them without listening to our feelings, okay? So once we know how to listen to our feelings, we can control our thoughts. So we control the company we keep, we control what we watch on TV, we control what we mither on, we control what we obsess on. You wake up every morning, all you're thinking about is money, stress, bills, so and so upset me, and guaranteed you'll have a bad day. You start feeling bad, the rest of your day is just bad, isn't it? But we can change our thoughts by monitoring our feelings. When we start having those happy thoughts or success thoughts or future thoughts, like my brother is saying, I am creating my future through my thoughts. That's when we can start seeing change in our lives. Okay. So what I like talking about is mastering our thoughts. It's not complicated, but it means that we have to guard our thoughts. Remember, whatever we think in the subconscious mind, in the conscious mind, it feeds to the subconscious mind, which is responsible for 95% of what we do. So if I'm having those bad thoughts, I'm just feeding to the guys underneath there, and they just, today we said, yes, we said today, wake up everybody, we're doing sad things today. Okay, we said things, make sure we're doing sad things, we're not happy today, we carry on like that. That's how it is. The subconscious mind doesn't think, doesn't question, it doesn't ask, it just carries on. So that's why, I'll give you a good example. When we dream, when we have a good dream, doesn't it seem real? because it's coming from the subconscious mind. As far as the subconscious mind it's happening. It's happening. It's so real. That's why sometimes young guys have wet dreams, because it's real. Yeah, it's that real. So the subconscious mind doesn't question. So we have to guard what we feed down there. If we're constantly feeding stress, unhappiness, anger. I'm so angry at you. I'm so angry at you. Today we're angry, guys. We wake up in the morning. We're angry. We're angry. We're angry. Yes, we're angry. Okay, what we're doing today? We're angry. We're angry. We don't question. We just do. So it's very important to monitor what we think in the conscious mind through listening to our feelings. Okay, that's how I'll end it today. And next week we can go a bit further. Thank you for listening.